Hey everyone, in this video we're going to be looking at the big ideas for part 2 of section 2.2. So in this particular section we really learned about two things. If we are given a value, we need to then change that value into a z-score, and then from that z-score we can use our table and find the percent or the area under the curve. Our other big idea is that if we are given a percent, we then can use our table to change it into a z-score. And then once we have that z-score, we can solve and find a particular value. So if we look at the steps for this, if we are going from a value to a z-score and then the percent, the first thing that we need to do is change the value into a z-score. So we need to use our z-score formula of value minus the mean divided by the standard deviation. Once you have that z-score, then we find that z-score on our table. And once we find the z-score on the table, the last thing that we do is we find the area in the table. And we need to remember that the area on the table is the area to the left of the z-score. So down here, for example, if our z-score is negative 3.12, that would be negative 3.1 would be right here. And then the negative 3.12 would be this number that we circled. This 0.0009, this is the area to the left, the area under a normal curve to the left of this particular z-score, negative 3.12. Well, what if we've got the percent and we need to change it into a z-score and then find the value? Well, the first step that we need to take is to go to the table and find the given percent in the table. Okay, actually in the table it's a proportion, not a percent, but we need to find the value that's in the table. Once we find that value in the table, we need to work backwards to match the z-score that goes to that percent. And then once we match the z-score to that percent, we can then plug into our z-score formula, plug the numbers into our z-score formula and solve for the value that we need to find. Now, one last thing that I would put on this big idea, and one of the things that I would recommend with either one of these types of problems is draw the picture. Okay. In fact, we went over this in class, but in order to get full credit, you need to draw a picture of the unstandardized data or distribution, and then you need to draw a picture of the standardized distribution in order to then continue with your work and in order to get full credit. Drawing that picture helps. So those are the big ideas for section 2.2, part 2. I hope you have a great day.